What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy right here with another one. Welcome to the next episode number 3 of the Vibe in the Culture. It's a new series that I'm doing. We're going to be talking about just what's going on in the culture. I'm using ET Lifestyles video today. I'm going to start. E-Pro is more Eminem based stuff. ET Lifestyles a lot more than just Eminem things. There's other things that are going on in the culture, pretty much. And this is just a segment of me just sitting here, seeing what's going on in the culture, giving my input of what's going on in the culture, and then having the conversation down below in the comments with you guys. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do with this. This episode, these videos will be the main driving force of the next page that I'm going to open up, which is going to be my podcast page. That's going to be everything culture related, interviews, so on and so forth. So that channel's coming pretty soon. I'm just waiting for one okay from one of the artists that want to come up and have a conversation with me for about an hour. Episode's going to be about an hour long on the podcast. So I'm not trying to do too much because I know time is money and I don't want to hold up these artists for a long time. So I decided that it's only going to be an hour podcast. I will be having a timer on here to remind me to shut the fuck up. But I am trying to have it a structured thing because I'm really trying to do something. Like, this is my baby. This right here, this page is my baby. This is my love. This is my passion. That right there is going to be a little bit more structured, a little bit more formal, a little bit more, professional. Just because, I want to really have conversations with these artists that are pretty much leading in the culture right now and see their input on things that's going on in the culture. So that's going to be a little bit more of a really getting down to the nitty gritty. But this is always going to be my baby. This channel is always going to be my love. This is what I love to do. This is what I do. So today's episode, we're going to get started. Federico, cut the beat. Federico, leave. I am exhausted today. Last night, my last video that I recorded at 12 o'clock finished loading and okay to publish at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I had to wake up early today to go pick up the stuff for the fundraiser that me and my wife did this Saturday. Those packages are already in the house. Tonight, me and my wife are going to put it together, and then we're going to start contacting the families to come in and pick them up for the kids before school starts. So me and my wife are going to be recording everything. I already recorded me picking it up and all that. So we're going to record us putting it all together, making the phone calls, and then the delivery of the supplies for the kids. So that's going to be amazing. And I'm so happy that a lot of you really chipped in and really helped out a lot for us to do this for the kids in my community. This is something that me and my wife just started and something that me and my wife really feel passionate about, and we're really trying to do something with this as well. So we're doing toy drives. We're doing a whole bunch of different stuff with just for our community, to help our community out. I live in a rural area, and right now jobs are really hard to come by, and a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are having a lot of issues with getting their supplies for the kids and just paying the bills, period. So me and my wife wanted to use our platform to pretty much see if we could do something to help these people in my community. A little bit at a time until we could grow this to something big and help a lot more people. And that's the main goal with this whole YouTube thing, period, is a way of going out and helping other people struggle with even if they're struggling, whatever they're struggling with. If there's something that we could do to give back, that's what me and my wife are really working on that. So like I said, there's a lot of things happening with the page now that I'm full-time, and I'm gonna be putting a lot of eggs in that basket of the podcast basket and the fundraising basket as well. But I'm always gonna come back here, and I'm always gonna do this every single day and give you guys the reactions and stuff that you guys want to see. So I appreciate all of you guys that are supporting the page a lot, all of you guys that are really helping out the page and helping me out grow this into something that could possibly help millions one day. And that's pretty much the main goal, is to do that. Me and my wife struggled as kids, and me and my wife struggled as young adults as well. And now that I have this platform, we just want to make sure that the kids out in this country don't have to struggle as much. So whatever we could do to help out a couple kids, couple thousand, couple million, that's the main goal right there. So like I said, I appreciate you guys for everything. That was Ray talking. What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with another motherfucker. Thank you guys for showing up to the next episode of The Vibe and the Culture. And today we're going to see what ET Lifestyle's got to say, what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. ET Lifestyle is on you.
Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics.
If y'all guys are thinking, goddamn right, that's XG. I hope by this time my unboxing video came up. Let me see if it did. Fuck, it's still not loaded up yet. It's taking a long time because I'm doing it from my phone, and it sucks doing it from my phone. But yeah, I took Tom McDonald down, got a frame, got this in the unboxing, and put these girls up right next to. They have to be right here. They're my backup. They're my security. I have to have them there. I got Tom's frame. I have to put it back together, and I'm gonna put it right next to my man Big E and MGK and Eminem. So don't worry, Tom is here. For those that be like, yo, why you took out the Tom poster? Because Tom's over here now. My XG girls got to be right next to me. Sorry, I like them more. How about that?
Topics to cover as reports recently hit the web following Eminem's second week sales for the death of Slim Shady that shows the album hit a new milestone in the United States, and this sparked some.
I sound like a broken record every time I break a record, my nigga. He just not gonna stop, man. Y'all can say what y'all want, bro. Y'all can say what you fucking want. This man is breaking records left and right with this album, bro. Left and right. It's been UK, Australia, everywhere, bro.
Slim Shady that shows the album hit a new milestone in the United States, and this sparked some interesting reactions, and we'll explore more on this in a bit, as we also got some answers, since some fans are shocked by this. And speaking on the new...
And shout out to ET Lifestyle for using the best clips in the world when he's doing his video. This shit is amazing, bro.
Album, we got one that sparked outrage, as it seems the critics weren't just fighting back at Eminem with the ratings they gave the death of Slim Shady, but rather the battle is with the hip-hop genre, and we'll get to more on this in a bit. Today we also have more from Royce the 5'9", who recently put out a public service announcement about Eminem that some believe is meant for the quote, stands only, but this goes way beyond the stands, and we'll expand on this in a moment.
Okay.
And today we got more from LL Cool J, who went off on what is considered floss raps, and rappers who remain stuck on this subject matter even decades after they've been established. And on LL Cool J, we got a snippet of a chat he had with Detroit rapper Lazarus on hip-hop bringing the world together. More
Lazarus is fire.
On this later, and at the latter part of the video, we'll be exploring a subject matter that has lingered for years, that refuses to die, despite getting nuked whenever it goes viral. The claims that Michael Jackson bought Eminem's entire catalog as some revenge project because Eminem made jokes about him and just lose it. And we got more on this thanks to another clip that hit social media pushing this fake story, and we'll be revisiting some primary sources once again.
I heard that bullshit about my bad, guys. I'm not trying to be disrespect or anything. I just need to make sure that this video is completely and loaded so I can post it. My bad. I'm multitasking or trying to. I heard about that years ago. That Michael Jackson bought all the rights to Eminem shit or something like that. Oh yeah, what he said and all that. And I was like, make it make sense to me. How is that possible? Like, just make it make sense to me. How is that possible? I guess he's going to explain it to us today. Go ahead.
This fake story, and we'll be revisiting some primary sources once again to put this to bed later in the video. And I will leave it up to you guys to spot the irony surrounding this drama. And starting with Eminem's latest project in the United States, this hit the web a few hours ago. Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady is now eligible for gold in the United States with over 500,000 units sold.
How many
and
weeks?
While this sparked some confusion,
Hold on, how many weeks?
Pretty damn fast.
How many weeks was it? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? Let's go. Let's go. I don't even have to say nothing, man. He's saying everything for me. All right? Come on, dog. Stop playing with him, M. Stop playing with him, M. Talk.
No, the simple explanation is all the sales from Houdini and Toby, even before the album released, already amounted to around 130,000 equivalent albums sold in the United States before the album dropped.
He's outdoing numbers on just singles that he dropped. Even before the album dropped, he's outdoing your numbers. What's going on, man? Oh my God, it's good to be a stan, man. This is what the stans were waiting for. All this proof is just hitting these niggas. Oh, I want to get into the ones. Then we got old school rappers talking about Eminem. That's it. I just want to get into that. I want to get into one that is just all these old school dudes, Rakim and Black Thought and Redman and Dre and all the rest of these dudes that are out there that were there back in the day, that were popping back in the day. Even LL Cool J. Come on, dawg. LL? Rakim was enough. Rakim saying what Rakim said about Eminem should have shut up the majority of these niggas talking shit. And that's just being real. If I'm going to listen to anybody in hip-hop about anything, it's going to be Rakim. But like everybody else, it has to be some type of common sense and facts behind anything that these rappers say about anybody else. You always got to have some type of like 100% fact. But Rakim's a real nigga, and he's going to keep it 100 no matter where he's at. He ain't got time to play that bullshit, bro. Did you hear the album? All right, then. You don't got to say nothing else. Go ahead, Rakim. I'm my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk too much. I do, though.
Billboard only tracks after release sales, but SoundScan and RIAA track everything, and at this point, Houdini is already guaranteed in a few months or in a year to move at least 500,000 album units on its own in the United States.
500,000 albums alone just for a single by the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the year is not that far away, bro. We're already, pretty much say we're in August. September, October, November, December, January, 5 months. 5 months is nothing. 5 months is nothing. I guarantee this is going to hit a mil. Easy. Because think about it like this. I'll play that song 20 times a day. I mean, that's one stand. Do you know how many stands are out there? Do the math. Stop playing. It's called having a fan base, bro. Eminem has, I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. Eminem has the strongest fan base in the world. Eminem got 60-year-old people be like, I remember when I was fucking 30, listening to some Slim Shaders. Facts. I've had conversation with 49, 50 years old, man. I live in an old-ass area, man. I've had conversations when I worked at where I worked at with these retired people that are in there talking, where we always talk about music and shit like that after I tell them they need to give me $1,200 to fix their shit. They know who the fuck Eminem is. They were listening to Eminem back when Eminem came out, and they fucked with it. Come on, though. This is a fan base that is never going to die. We're going to transfer it to our generation to generation. My son's a stan. He's a mini stan, but he's a stan. Fuck out of here, bro. Strong. Strong numbers, M. And that's why, because he got all those stands. Isn't that the fucking point? Isn't that the point? Who judges who's the best rapper alive? Who judges that? The consumer? You're going to have to leave it to the consumer to judge that. Because if you leave it up to the rapper, each and every one of them are the best rapper alive. Nobody could talk to Eminem about numbers. Nobody could talk to Eminem about money. Nobody could talk to Eminem about sales. No one could talk to Eminem about fan base. No one could talk to Eminem about or influence. You cannot talk to Eminem about any of that. He checked every fucking box. Stop. This Eminem hate is real, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Em. Continue, E.T.
And at this point, Houdini is already guaranteed in a few months or in a year to move at least 500,000 album units on its own in the United States at this rate. And yes, this figure includes 0 physicals, no CDs, cassettes, or vinyls.
Zero physical copies. Oh my God, bro. Sereto. No CDs, none of that. I don't even think they're out yet, bro. I don't even think they're out there. You could buy a CD now. I want to buy. Don't tell my son, but I'm buying him the vinyl for Christmas. I'm buying him the vinyl. If he throws it out before Christmas, I'm going to buy him the vinyl for Christmas because he wants one. And I'm going to buy one for the studio. I'm going to put it somewhere around here. When you dropping it, bruh?
Here includes 0 physicals, no CDs, cassettes, or vinyls in the United States as of yet. Perhaps Eminem could save the next music video for when the physical copies are released in September.
My birthday! He's releasing the physical copies in my birthday! I'm gonna text my wife. I want a vinyl and a cassette tape. I'm trying to get all the Eminem cassette tapes, all of them. From the Slim Shady LP all the way to the death of Slim Shady. Wow. The Slim Shady LP was his first album. The death of Slim Shady is his last. That shit gave me the goosebumps right now, bro. In my chesticles. My nipples got hard and I squirted a little bit. Hold on, man.
Cassettes or vinyls in the United States as of yet. Perhaps Eminem could save the next music video for when the physical copies are released in September. No one knows for sure. And yes, the positive reviews keep blowing up. Like this one a few hours ago. I finally listened to that Eminem album. That dude, technical skill is on 99.
Didn't want to give him the full 100, but that's straight though. That's straight. That's straight. And it's a fact. His lyrical. I just listened to what song did I just finish listening to before I started recording? I think it was one from the Slim Shady LP, right? And then before that, I was listening to Fuel, and then I was just like, "Holy fuck!" Like, if you hear an older Eminem and a newer Eminem back to back, it's like nothing's changed, but the technical ability of the bars and the doubles and the triples and schemes and all that. But he legitimately saying the same shit. It's identical to what the fuck he was writing like back then. So when I put that together, it kind of blew my mind a little bit because I was just like, holy fuck, like, he really, really, really came back. Like, for real. Because I put both back to back like that, and I was like, oh my God, he really came back because he didn't hold back on nothing. Like, I knew he came back, but that was just confirmed it in my brain. That's how my brain works. So leave me the fuck alone, bro. My mom said that I was dumb. I didn't believe it. I thought I was a smart nigga.
To that Eminem album, that dude, technical skill is on 99. And moving on, Royce the 5'9" recently had a public service announcement. He took to IG to share this. Please stop reaching out to me about Eminem. He's my dear friend, but he has excellent management who isn't very hard to reach. Thanks. And he added, this message is with love and respect. I'm just starting to notice a little trend. Peace. And for those who think Royce is...
You can't say it nicer than what the fuck how Royce just said it. He plead with you people. Please stop. I'm not his manager. I don't got the hookup. M doesn't work that way. You gotta go through M's management, and if it's something that interests M, then they're gonna go to M and present it to M. And then if M is fucking with it and M's giving the okay, then they'll contact you back. And it's a whole thing. Eminem is not just a regular nigga, bro. Like, these niggas is crazy. There's a process to that shit, bro. There's a process to that. Just like with Easy Mill. The whole people accusing Screwface from doing what he did, and his manager saying that he needs to go through management to get the Easy Mill and whatever, which, I mean, that was a bullshit lie. But it was the same situation. Like, stop reaching these other niggas just because they're reachable and they're connected to M. They're his peers. They're not his managers. They're not his publishers. They're not his producers. They're his peers, bro. They're not gonna be like, yo, M, you need to come listen to this dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work, bro. I'm pretty sure Easy's people reached out to M's people to see if they want to work with each other. Or M probably just listened to a track of his and said, I'm gonna pick him and we gonna do it. I think that's what really happened. But still, they had to go through management. M didn't go text Easy Mill and say, you're, he didn't say that. There's still protocol that people got to follow, and people, that's why I don't like mainstream, that's why I don't like. No, that's business, bro. That's business. Eminem is too busy being an artist and trying to stay in his creative mind. He doesn't have time to be fucking answering to everybody's messages. He doesn't have time to be doing any of that bullshit. He needs his own space so he could be creative as possible. That's how artists work. That's why they have management. That's why they have all these people working for them. Because they take care of all the bullshit that the artist is not going to take care of. That's another reason why people sign contracts to go into a record label. When you're in a record label, the record label takes care of all that bullshit. All you have to do is be who you are or whoever they tell you to be. And then go perform and do what the fuck you got to do. Go to these fucking openings, go to these clubs and perform and do whatever. Go to tours and all that stuff. Most of these artists don't control none of that shit. They're just being told where they have to go. When you're an independent artist, it's hard because you're relying on friends and trying to make connections, which is hard to make because a lot of people are sketchy to work with. So it's harder to try to build a team that could take care of all the shit that you don't want to do or things that you don't know how to do. And just be the artist and just focus on that. Because if you're trying to do all this by yourself, that's gonna eventually it's gonna take a mental beating to your brain. That's why I always say simplistic is best. Simplistic is best. Once you're in a situation where you can control and it's not overwhelming and you're making bread, you're good. You don't need all that extra shit, man. Stop reaching Royce, nigga. That nigga had nothing to do with him. Leave him alone. They haven't made a Bad Meets Evil album in years. Royce chilling. Royce, talk to these people nicely, please.
Starting to notice a little trend. Peace. And for those who think Royce is just talking about the stands, perhaps this joke from Twister could provide some more context when he stated, oh, by the way, can you hit M for me? Laughing emojis. And boy, Paige Kennedy saw this opportunity and took it. You should do them like you do me. When I reach out to you about you, ignore them.
God damn! Got him! Royce, that was a shot, brother. Royce, what you gonna do, Royce? Royce, what you gonna do, Royce? Royce ain't gonna do nothing. Oh my God. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
When I reach out to you about you,
God
ignore
damn.
them.
Damn.
And apparently, even some Jay-Z associates are going through the same. LOL, you sound like me almost every day about Jay. I have nothing to do with sports management or clothes or liquor. Laughing emoji. And moving on, LL Cool J decided to go off on the Baller Alert show as he looks to be tired of rappers who've been stuck for years, still doing floss raps even after pretty much everyone in the world already knows that they got some money. Check out a snippet.
We can't get caught up in like just money, leading with your wallet. It's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna get that. Okay, prime example, like with the music, right? A rapper, he comes out, he's talking that money talk. You love it. 12 years later, he's still talking that money talk. Now you're looking at it like, dude, do you have anything else to talk about? Like, my God, please, Please, bro. Yo, did anything happen recently that you care about a little?
That money talk, like, listen, that money talk shit is fly, and I love money talk rap. I love floss rap because floss rap to me, sometimes you gotta feel yourself to get into a bag, bro. And the rappers that I like, when they floss rap, they really get in their bag lyrically and they come out crazy. But you're right. Consistently talking about having money, it gets old. Like you need to know who the artist is. You need to know what their likes, what their dislikes. Being an artist, unfortunately, you have to be an open book in order for people to resonate with you and for you to be successful. And that's just the dead honest truth about it. And if you're just sticking to just I get money and I got cars and I got a house and a mansion and I got all this other shit, and that's every single song in every single album you've dropped, in every single feature you're in everything that you do, I don't know you. The only thing I know about you is that you got money. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know if you succeeded going through some shit and came out to the other side and how you felt about it. I like to connect with my artists. I like to know the artists that I'm listening to. That floss rap shit is dope though, but sometimes you got to leave that alone a little bit and just write something about substance. You have to write, even if you want to talk political rap. What you think about what's going on in the world. At the end of the day, it's your opinion. It is what it is. People stay away from politics and religion and everything because they're afraid of the backlash of what's going to happen. But in a way, to me, that's just you're quieting yourself because there's negative comments and negative people. Everybody has their own opinion. It shouldn't matter how somebody else feels. It matters how you feel. And if you think you're right and that's your opinion, then no one's going to change that for you. Now, if you have facts behind, it's just going to make your case stronger. But believe what you want to believe. You don't have to believe the shit that I say. I don't give a fuck if you do or don't, to be honest with you. Because I'm not going to change my mind on how I feel about certain things. But that floss rap is fly, though. I fuck with floss rap, LL. I'm sorry, bro. I really fuck with floss rap. But I get what he's saying about they need to just expand their fucking their catalog and rap about other shit besides flossing all the fucking time. I get it. But I fuck with it, dog. Like, some of these niggas is nasty, bro. Yo, did anything happen recently that you care about a little bit? Right? So so that's what we got to remember. All of us sitting here, we different generations, but I bet you know Bob Marley.
Sure do.
You goddamn right you do.
Sure do. I just watched this movie on the plane last week.
And you know why you because he talked about something.
Yeah.
Because he had something to say. And guess what?
Love, freedom.
Yeah, and you don't care what Bob Marley had in the bank.
Facts.
He might have died with $500,000.
Bob Marley was raggedy, boy. It don't matter. It was Bob Marley. He's still the GOAT to this day. And nobody can take that away. He was representing something that we need right now. Love, peace, unity. That's what he was representing as he got high off his ass. Look at the videos on YouTube they have of Bob Marley. And there was an interview that they did to him and they were talking about marijuana. I'm not going to quote it because I don't know verbatim what he said and I don't want to put shit inside Bob Marley's mouth because I love Bob Marley to death. Like don't worry about touching. I love that. But go watch it. I'm gonna do some Bob Marley shit in the other channel too. I'm gonna start looking up, watching some interviews and shit like that. It's gonna be fun.
Freedom. And you don't care what Bob Marley had in the bank.
Facts.
He might have died with $500,000. Do you care?
No.
Because that's not the metric for success. It is the metric for financial success. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to somebody.
See niggas from New York is smart. Financial success and success are two different things, LL. Thank you very fucking much, man. Because those are words that I was trying to figure out how to say for years. Look, you have to understand something, people. A little bit about me, just a little bit. I did a lot of drugs for 20 years straight. My memory and the way I think is so scattered that I have 15,000 conversations happening in once in my head. So I have difficulties looking for the words to use when I'm trying to say something. That's why I rant. That's why I talk so much. Because unless I feel comfortable with the way I explained it, I'm going to keep on talking about it until I feel like the point was across. I don't want to be here for 45 minutes per video. But if I feel strong about something that somebody's talking about, I feel like I'm going to let you know how I feel about it in my way. That's what makes me different than a lot of motherfuckers out here. Period. Go ahead, LL. I'm gonna hire LL to write my shit. Just be right next to me when I'm reacting and just write down what I'm about to say. I'm gonna tell you, this is how I feel. I'm gonna rant to you, you write in smaller letters, and give it to me, and then I'll just edit it like you're not even here. I got you.
$500,000. Do you care?
Nope.
Because that's not the metric for success. It is the metric for financial success. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to somebody earlier. That's why I said, like, you got these dudes. The first thing they want to do, they want to leave with their wallet. But homie, the wallet can't uncorny you.
Facts. Well.
No! I never heard that before in my life. Ow, stop talking. That's too much game for these niggas, Al. Al, using those type of words in 2024, somebody's gonna like implode, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's too much words for them.
Saying like I was talking to somebody earlier. That's why I said like you got these dudes. The first thing they want to do, they want to leave with their wallet. But homie, the wallet can't uncorny you.
Facts. Well.
It can't uncorny
my
you.
camera.
And boy, you should see the hit dogs holler going off on social media right now, completely missing the point with takes like rap has always been about flexing, really, since the beginning. Even during LLs, they made songs about getting money, but this point is disingenuous because LL.
What about Wu-Tang? What about NWA? Stop. What about KRS-One? Rakim? What about all of them? They were not only talking about just flossing. They were rapping in their shit. They were telling stories about their hood, what they saw, what they had to go through. These people like that are fucking idiots. Those are the ones that don't know nothing about hip hop, but they're the ones that want to be heard their opinion about it. If you just started becoming part of the history, you don't nothing about the history. When you scrolled and you saw somebody doing a TikTok dance and there was a hip-hop beat behind it, and you said, oh, I like that song, does it make you a hip-hop fucking fan? So your comments don't mean nothing. They don't know the history of hip-hop just by that stupid, ignorant fucking comment, bro.
They made songs about getting money, but this point is disingenuous because LL is talking about.
That was 99, 2000 that they really focused on that flossing shit. And let's keep it 100. These dudes are talking more about money than anything fucking else. In New York, in LA, down south, it was all about money. Hip-hop's been around since the 70s. What are we talking about? Those are the ones that need to stay shut. You see, those are the ones that be like, your opinion sometimes doesn't matter. It only matters to you. Fuck that person. That pissed me off. Bad.
Songs about getting money, but this point is disingenuous because LL is talking about rappers who choose to stick to floss raps for years on end like there's nothing else to rap about. And here's Spawn. I'd say the only people offended by this take are those whose favorite rappers have been stuck on floss raps for decades. Did someone say Gucci Mane? Must be the wind. And boy,
he's an asshole, man. But Gucci Mane, I thought Gucci Mane had a couple of songs that he wasn't really flossing in it though. But like 98% of his shit was though. He was flossing. He's Gucci Mane. His name is Gucci. In New York, Gucci means I'm good. So Good Man, is that his name? Good Man? I think I just broke the cycle. I think Little Pump just blew up when I said that. Hold on, man.
Perhaps for decades. Did someone say Gucci Mane? Must be the wind. And boy, Drake can't catch a break these days. Drake 1000% talking the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I don't know about this one. And LL Cool J recently had a chat with Detroit rapper Lazarus, and they briefly spoke about...
See, that's a Not Like Us member. That's all that is. That's a Not Like Us member that did that. Don't worry about it, bro. I get it. Drake is an asshole. Yep. But he was not always flossing when he rapped. Drake had a whole bunch of different type of shit. So he wasn't always flossing. So I don't know where they're getting that. But I would say it's like a nice even 50-50 with Drake. I would say so.
Gucci Mane? Must be the wind. And boy, Drake can't catch a break these days. Drake 1000% talking the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I don't know about this one. And LL Cool J recently had a chat with Detroit rapper Lazarus, and they briefly spoke about the global impact of hip-hop.
Hip-hop is growing around the world, man. Right now in Pakistan and India, hip-hop is flourishing, man, and it's just beautiful to see that it brings all races together.
You know, that's so true, because I have a lot of people from like Mumbai, India. Everybody who watches my live knows they come on all the time and talk and, you know, kick it. So yeah, it's worldwide, it's global, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So
bigger and bigger, man, and nothing brings together people better than hip-hop music.
That's true. That's true in a lot of ways, man.
And moving...
And then you're going to get the ones that say, I'm not going to listen to nobody that's rapping from the UK. I'm not going to listen to nobody that's rapping in Africa. I'm not going to listen to nobody that's rapping in India. Hip-hop has grown. It's not just in the United States anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Hip-hop is worldwide. And that's a good thing. Now, there's some people that see that as a bad thing. That's a fucking excellent thing for hip-hop. You can't always just... That's weird to me, man. And I think the reason why I don't think that way is because I was raised listening to music from another country. So it wasn't like music that was made and everything in the United States. It was made in the Dominican Republic. So, and that's what's the guy's name? So, user 10 something. I forgot his name. He had a user name shit there. For your information, I am considered an Afro-Dominican. Do you know what that means? That means that my ancestors came from Africa and migrated to the Dominican Republic. That's what that means. We were in Christopher Columbus' boat, and we would clean that nigga's floors. So my DNA is 48% West African American, my guy. This nigga. I did my 23andMe years ago, brother. That shit keeps on updating, bruh. I got 130 third cousins, bruh.
Nothing brings together people better than hip-hop music.
That's a fact.
That's true. That's true in a lot of ways, man.
And moving on, after the death of Slim Shady got panned by reviewers across the board, that we all know is because they found the lyrics on the album offensive, though they may lie about this. But this is clear as day when you investigate their political standings. But perhaps these reviewers weren't just straight up firing back at Eminem, but rather the hip-hop genre. And they clearly have a direction that they want the genre to go, because this happened a few hours ago. Pitchfork gave Ice Spice's Y2K a score of 7.6 out of 10, making it the highest rated mainstream rap album of the year so far. What are your thoughts? Is it one of the best albums of the year? And this left users with a head scratcher. This crap is a 7.6, but the death of Slim Shady is a 5, laughing my bum off. Okay, not a 5. A 4.8 to be precise. And it is wild how people who use Pitchfork as proof...
It's because Ice Spice got a booty. That's the only reason. Let's keep it 100. Ice Spice looks good. She sounds good. Like her voice, that bullshit. It sounds good. It's good beats that she gets on, and it's catchy. And she looks good. Of course, 7.6, because you want to get inside them drawers. I think Kai already did it. I think Kai already hit that already. Don't even worry about it. But get the score the way you go get a score the right way. 7.6. Pitchfork needs to go back to the farm. Pitchfork gives Ice Spice Y2K a score of 7.6 out of 10, making the highest rated mainstream rap album of the year so far. The highest rated mainstream rap album of this year so far, according to Pitchfork, or according to the actual numbers? Why? How can we go off of all these other media outlets for scoring or ratings of an album? Why? Everybody's like, yeah, but because I go to Billboard to look at numbers. I go to places like that, RIAA, to look at who got platinum and how much they sold and all this other stuff. You'd be surprised. You hit that little arrow, gives you all the information about that album. When it dropped, how much it sold the first week, everything. These are people that are keeping track of these numbers. These are people that are giving plaques to people. All these plaques you see these artists fucking carry, those are the ones, that's the one that matters. This is that fucking pages or magazine or whoever the fuck Pitchfork is, that's their main thing. Because I don't know I've never heard of Pitchfork in my life. I go to RIAA. I know there's a second one that's reputable that people really go to. I don't know if it's Pitchfork or not. I don't know the other name of it, but I know for years I've been going to RIAA to check everything. And the Billboard. And Billboard's website. To check everything when it came to numbers and stats and all that other shit. So I don't know where they're getting their shit, but them numbers a little bit off there, buddy.
To be precise, and it is wild how people who use Pitchfork as proof that Eminem's albums are trash suddenly are up in arms because Ice Spice got a better rating than their favorite rappers. Oh, now it is a we problem when it comes to critics in hip-hop. And even Elliot Wilson is blown away by this as he reacted, nah, respectfully. And while you let it sink in, Ice Spice with the highest rated mainstream hip-hop album so far, we got another attempt to peddle the narrative that Michael Jackson as revenge bought Eminem's entire catalog.
There was a famous song by Eminem and it made some reference like don't touch little boys like Michael, and had a music video where he had a Michael Jackson lookalike throw his nose across a bed or throw it at a wall.
Facts.
I watched that with Michael and he didn't have much of a reaction to it, and I thought he would be...
That was Eminem letting everyone know. He took a shot at Michael, absolutely. And Michael was talking shit about M too, so let's not say that this is all Eminem's fault. Michael was getting on there being very, very fucking disrespectful. So let's not do that. I love Michael Jackson to death, bro. I love all that. I love all that. I was listening to Michael as a baby. I was trying to get a fro, but my hair's too curly for a fro. But no. Leave my nigga alone, man. Keep on talking shit about Michael Jackson. Fuck it. But he was doing it for the main reason M was doing that is just to let niggas know ain't nobody exempt from my shit. I'll hit the highest motherfucker rating right now, and I'll hit the lowest motherfucker. I will punch down, punch up, punch sideways. I don't give a fuck. At that time, no, I'm sorry. He was getting at everybody. There was nobody exempt just because you were Michael Jackson. Are you crazy?
Well, I watched that with Michael and he didn't have much of a reaction to it, and I thought he would be angry. He said to me, I really respect Eminem, but he said, it is what it is, and that's that. And then I thought, wow, so you're going to sue him? I said, nah. About a month later, his best friend, Mark Lester. So Mark said, you know what Mike's done? I said, no, what's he done now? He's bought all of Eminem's music. I said, you sure? I said, yeah. Some kind of revenge thing. Next time I was with Michael, I was with him the following week. I said, Michael, have you bought Eminem's music? He said, yeah. He said, you know what? I thought about that video and it was wrong. I was sick of lawsuits. I've had them all my life. He said, I just bought all his songs. And now every time he wants to play, he has to ask me permission and I get paid.
Now, this narrative started in 2007 due to irresponsible journalism from...
So who gave Eminem permission to play Lose Yourself? Because at that time, Lose Yourself was already out, right? So who gave him permission to play Use Yourself right in the Super Bowl? He performed it. He's gonna perform probably Lose Yourself in in the Formula One thing that he's going to. So who's getting permission to play it there? Michael Jackson's people? Come on, people, make it make sense.
This narrative started in 2007 due to irresponsible journalism from the likes of The Guardian, who wanted to find an angle to sell this story as some revenge plot for clicks. And to this day, we are still paying for this. So now
clickbaits since back then, since 2007, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, ain't nothing new. Everything's still the same. It's just more advanced. You could shit talk in a more advanced way, or you could pull shit like that or be petty in a more advanced way. Fake news.
Revenge plot for clicks. And to this day, we are still paying for this. So now let's take a trip back to 2007, back to the original source, when Sony ATV reported after they purchased Famous Music LLC, and you wouldn't believe the number of times Eminem was mentioned in the original report of over 800 words. Since you know, sources like The Guardian made this entire purchase about some MJ revenge plot on Eminem, and the answer is Eminem mentioned a total of 1 time in the entire report. And this is because the deal included a total of 125,000 songs that just happened to include The Real Slim Shady and songs from huge artists like Shakira and Bjork. Perhaps MJ had beef with them too, yeah? Now, this was reported by sources that MJ bought Eminem's entire catalog as revenge. Why? And ask yourself before we get into the details, why was The Real Slim Shady mentioned in the official report when Lose Yourself was a much bigger hit? And this is where the whole story starts to crumble, because the simple answer to this, Famous Music LLC never owned Lose Yourself, never owned Eminem's entire catalog to begin with, and mind you, ownership is based on percentage points. It is nearly impossible to see a major label artist get 100% of their work owned by one entity. The Guardian wanted to sell the story with that headline, and we got databases like Sony's own database, and also Discogs that proves Sony ATV never owned Eminem's entire catalog from 2007 back, not today, not in the past, never. And as far back as the data shows, in the past they owned a percentage, keyword percentage, very important, of Eminem singles, The Real Slim Shady and The Way I Am. That's it. If this was a revenge plot, it was a bad one.
Got him. See what happens when you get proof? They own a percentage of 2 songs. And they say now they bought the whole thing. Yeah, they bought the whole thing. $370 million. That's how much Michael paid for it. Nothing. Every time Eminem plays all those old songs, he got to get permission from Michael first. Lies, all lies. Oh, man, I'm telling you, the pettiness was all the way back to 2007, people. It ain't gonna fucking change. People always gonna be petty.
Because they failed to acquire the one song that started the whole drama, Just Lose It. And for D12, a percentage of Crap on You, Purple Pills, and Devil's Night. These were the music that Famous Music LLC owned a percentage of when Sony ATV made the acquisition. Doesn't look like Eminem's entire catalog. No, and even today, Sony ATV from their own database, it shows they've lost ownership of those songs.
So I don't even own it no more. Oh man, it just fills me with joy when I see physical facts in front of me.
Shady and The Way I Am. All these data can be accessed.
And people's like, "Well, he made it so small, nobody can read it." It's called pause it, and you can read exactly what. If you're that interested.
The Real Slim Shady and The Way I Am. All these data can be accessed from primary sources, but people choose to pull up headlines from publications like The Guardian. But over to you guys. That will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts. That's what I'm talking about.
Where are you getting your facts from, ladies and gentlemen? That's the main question of the day. Where are you getting your facts from? I go to reputable sources because I don't want to be wrong. I go to Billboard. Like, if Billboard doesn't matter, then tell your favorite rapper, stop mentioning being on Billboard then. If Billboard doesn't matter. Do me that favor. I go to Billboard. I go to ET Lifestyle because I believe this is very reputable. everything that comes out of his mouth has been a fact. It's just a lot of people don't want to listen to the facts. That's all it is. They're scared of the truth. Because all these years you guys were wrong. All these years. You know how many people come to me? Yeah, every time you play one of them songs, Michael needs to give the okay. You're wrong. Absolutely. But my question is, why did Michael say that? That's my question. Why did Michael say that? I think Michael's saying it in a sense of, like, yeah, I bought it, like joking around, like, yeah, I bought all his shit. Yeah, I bought everything. I ain't got time to do no lawsuits or anything like that. He could have gotten a big one, defamation of character like a motherfucker, and would have been fucked. That nigga was tired of the courts, man. Michael said, I don't want to see another judge. Now I don't want to see nothing else for the rest of my life, bro. Rest in peace, Michael. We all love you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got the new, face-off coming next. I'm excited. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute. Peace.